For me, maybe I feel too young lah. I'm not too sure lah. So maybe for you guys, you all have something more to talk about the history of Lentor.
Not too young to know too much about history.
maybe.
I also very young.
Obviously, I also too young to even know about this history.
Hi guys, welcome to the third episode of GWGV. Yes, and now as we go on, we'll talk about Lentor again, and the first topic that we'll talk on is actually the Feng Shui. So I wonder if anyone has anything to talk about it.
Feng Shui, okay, just an observation over here. I'm not really Feng Shui trained. If you notice, Lentor itself, there is a hill, correct? It used to be the forest, correct? So there's a hill, and subsequently the government actually gazetted a few plot of lands around it. And because of the hill, there is a height difference lah. So this little hill itself on the map, okay, you can see it's like a jing gui, like a tortoise shell like that, right? So in terms of feng shui, this jing gui actually can actually give you a lot of wealth. Okay,
So it's good.
Yeah, it's good. All right. So that is the part of the feng shui that I can think of lah. All right.
But actually, the Jing Gui is, what does the Jing Gui signify?
Golden
Honestly, I don't
tortoise,
know.
聚财.
聚财.
Yes, 聚财 means they actually accumulate wealth. All right, accumulate wealth. It is a form of accumulating of
That means
wealth.
it's same as the what's that? Pichu, right?
Pichu.
And then
Pichu.
there's the frog one with the coin on the mouth. That one also
That's called Pichu, bro. Pichu.
there's Pichu. Frog what?
Pikachu, the smaller version, right? Pichu. No lah, okay, it's okay now. We'll come back. Okay.
Yeah, so it's different form. It's a different form of different use. Some of them they actually put it in their own house. Okay, but this one is the nature itself.
So this
right?
hill you're talking about is probably
The Hillock.
behind which side? Behind in the middle of Hillock.
Yeah,
in the middle of
the few plots of land is the Hillock Green,
Yeah.
okay, Lentor Hills, and then the Lentor Mansion, and then two more plots that's upcoming. One already been awarded, so probably end of the year, and then the other plot will still available. Okay, so that is the hill.
Talking
itself.
about the terrain where the Lentor Hillock Park is,
Yeah.
and then with that green finger, it looks like the golden tortoise.
Yeah.
like the pattern
Yeah,
correct.
the
From
pattern.
here, y'all can see.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. So that means actually in the middle there's the hill, a sun Then
Yeah.
in front, if they have a pool, that means behind there's one mountain, in front there's one
Sui.
water feature. Supposedly
Yeah.
that's the function of
Okay,
feng
bro,
shui
I
lah.
tell you in Chinese, it's called 左青龙右白虎。
没有啦，这个
前朱
是
雀后玄武。
这个是靠山望望
望
水。
Yes.
Yeah, because
How come you say until so complicated?
and then this hill itself is connected to the PCN, park connectors, right? Actually, over there is also some form of water over there. Right?
Do you know that there's another park behind Lentor Hillock Park?
Oh, really? Where?
There's a Lentor Linear Park.
No.
Yes, that's the one.
That's the park I think
Yes.
you're talking about.
That links to the PCN. Okay, so there's a lot of greens over there in Lentor. Okay, and then with this 聚财 Gui, I think it's very good feng shui lah.
I see.
Mm.
And how about the history of the area? Do you have any? I mean, for me,
history.
maybe I feel too young lah. I'm not too sure lah. So maybe for you guys, you all have something more to talk about the history of Lentor.
Well, the history of Lentor, I think we can do a Google over there lah. But the one part of it is that there is a natural stream. Okay, natural stream that is formed over there. So it actually connects to the linear park. Okay, so that part of it is actually at just at the same location of this Lentor Modern. Yeah. So basically, there's one inspiration where they get the name, 论水华亭啊。
论述花亭，哇，very
Yeah.
nice name
Correct.
Which project is that?
Lentor Modern.
Lentor Modern.
Lentor Modern.
How about you, Seng? Do you have anything about? Do you know about the history of the
Not
Lentor?
too young to know too much about history.
Maybe.
Young at heart lah. I also very young.
Obviously,
Young
I
at
also
heart.
too young to even know about this history.
Okay.
Yeah, but I remember when I was younger time, right? I just go there and try to catch some fish with my friend. Yeah, because I kind of like from that area I used to be from Ang Mo Kio side.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the saying Lentor, the name itself, the meaning of Lentor is something like lebat, lay back kind of thing.
Lantor.
No, not lantor. I mean,
懒惰 so
That one is
Lan-
I say one.
the word Lentorian 嘛，懒惰人
no,
lantor
lantor is I think more of a lay back kind of meaning. I'm not sure in which language.
And this one, yeah.
Okay lah, that
谐音梗
means it used to be like a barren grass patch, everything
Then
there
it's a
lah.
forest.
Right.
forest, any forest, you know, you have a lot of fruit trees over there. You have the fig, okay. You also have the
Mangga.
Durian tree.
mangga rambutan, right?
Yes, rambutan.
And then also got the what you call that, durian tree also.
Yes. And avocado.
Yeah, avocado.
Wrong country, brother.
Wrong country.
Correct. Last time really have. So history you all can search. You really have. But whatever the case, don't worry. Maybe in our next episode, right, we will call the master of all this. He will know. So that guy is called Stefan. So wait for it.
Oh, the fruit tree man.
Fruit tree
Stefan
man.
the fruit tree
And
man.
you will know the history.
I
You will know the
see.
history also. Yes.
Oh, but actually quite interesting. I mean, Singapore used to have a lot of these developments that built over cemeteries, right? But then they are so popular today. But Lentor is actually was like a forest brimming full of life, but people are still a bit apprehensive of the area. So
Yes.
now that means that for the place to be do well, we must build over a cemetery lah. Can we say that like Bishan or Woodley?
Too late already, right?
Don't let it. Okay, never mind.
Where else?
Where else have cemetery? Bukit
yeah.
Brown, right? That's the next
The
area
other
to
one,
look
yeah,
out for.
Bukit Brown,
Yeah.
correct.
It can be a very good place. Okay, let's go to our next question. The next question will be like construction noise. You know, the residents there, they are very afraid of so-called construction noise. Or maybe like, you know, the new purchaser, they are afraid that once they move into there, right, okay, the construction noise will be very, very loud. Then they at night cannot sleep and so on. So what do
Yeah.
y'all feel about this? Maybe go with Seng with us?
I think there's a certain timing for construction lah. So they will typically start at about 8, but then there's a sidewalk time where the workers will go and make sure everything is well done before they start work. And then there's a cut-off timing for all the noisy work. It will be typically before 6 o'clock. So anything after 6, they can only use hand tools. So you won't have a lot of you won't have construction noise per se in that area. And what I really like about this location is because the plots are all going to TOP about the same time. So when I think of the buyer moving in at that point in time, not much construction left
Won't be anymore,
in
right?
that area.
Yeah, not much already lah.
Not
Because
much,
we still have about 4 more plots right now, you know, still pending for sales. Okay, so depends on when the government is going to release it, right? So other than that, when these 5 plots already been built by the time, the construction is very little. Probably by then they already have started towards the end of their tail end of the
And the plots
construction.
will be on the other side, right? It's not
Yeah.
the few plots together are like side by side.
Towards the western
Side, the Lentor Garden side. Lentor Garden side, yeah.
On that side lah. So these
Yeah.
together, they will TOP together. Then likely the noise won't be as much also. right?
Correct.
In this
You
sense.
probably get some renovation noise.
Yeah.
Actually, most of the
I think
concern
renovation.
is probably when they're doing the piling,
Yes.
right? When the vibration and
Correct,
everything. Later
correct.
on, when they use like other
Because it's done
machineries.
PPVC
Oh, yeah,
so it's
yeah.
very modular that you don't need to do your rebar and all the wet works casting. So
Yeah.
so it is really modular to
Just
look
stack
up
on top.
It's just to stack lah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
minimal noise lah.
Even today, as you just drive past Lentor Hill Road itself, you can see, alright, all the construction is going on, and the building is Lentor Modern already built up quite a fair bit already. So Lentor Hills as well, one of the towers is almost completing. Okay, out of the 5 towers in Lentor Hill, right? So Lentor Hillock Green itself already started. Okay, at the same time. So next one is already Lentor Mansion. Alright, Lentor Mansion and also
Lentoria.
the Lentoria. So all construction already started. Okay, so in the future, I would say that probably the minimum is very minimal. Yeah, and construction timing 8 to 6. Like what Sevi mentioned. Number 1, Saturday is only half day. Sunday there's no, and public holiday there's no construction work. Right. So even hand tools. Frankly speaking, I was there on Sunday for duty. Nothing. I don't hear any noise at all. Yeah. So
Actually, the few times we were there for duty also, not much of a concern
much,
lah.
yeah,
To be
not
frank.
not much.
Even at
Yeah.
this stage, I don't think it's a big concern.
Correct.
Where they're doing the piling, foundation work and so on.
You hear very little actually. You
But
hear
I
very
mean,
little
end of
noise.
the day, even if you buy a resale unit, your neighbor upstairs do renovation, you also can't have the noise mah.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Precisely.
Yeah, that one is something
Yeah.
something that is out of control lah.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
To a
correct.
certain
You
extent.
want to do hacking everything. Yeah. When that happens lah, that's another noise level. But you can't control also what.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So my next question, right? I think this one everybody also want to know, or maybe be like investor or whoever, they also want to know, how does this go? So how do you exit from Lentor? So there's so many so-called, I think I did touch this point on part 1. Okay, there's so many pieces of land over there. So once they want to exit out from this place, what are we looking at? So like which year to which year? Maybe you want to share a bit, Mick?
What's your take on that?
Okay, I mean, I'll talk about decentralization again.
Okay,
Okay. End of the day, for exit, to me, frankly speaking, is about entry price, right? So, whether about the PSF, to be frank, as I think for myself, or rather my demographic, it's not so much of a concern. Definitely, you have to put it into the picture. You cannot totally ignore that portion.
Yeah,
but
that's
entry
right.
point price for me is more important. For example, you can look at the, let's say, Lentor area surroundings. We have a Thomson Grove. They are so-called 3-beders lah, are very large in size. They may have a much lower PSF, but the total amount or quantum to buy is quite high lah. Right? So if you think about it, if you like, let's say, do get a 3-bedder in Lentor, about 2 million or so, 2 or 2.1. I believe in future about 2.3, 2.4 won't be challenging in today's climate. Yeah, so I mean we have to envision on that part, and I think end of the day, decentralization means that everywhere there will be amenities, mall, your Uniqlo, your Muji, your Starbucks, they just open everywhere. And people already in their west, in the north, everywhere, they have their own places to go to. They don't go to hang out to Orchard anymore, what they just stay around the same area. Yeah, so for me, exit wise I won't be so much of a concern, but rather I'll look into more specifications like how far away from MRT, schools, all the other things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yourself?
Myself? Okay, personally, right, I feel okay, for this Lentor exit strategy lah. Okay, first of all, I think 2027 time is a chance to exit. So why do I say that? Because actually everything TOP firstly. Secondly, also the mall is going to be there already. Yeah.
Amenities, everything.
Amenities is there. Okay, next right, if let's say 2027 time I don't exit, so what am I looking at? I probably will look at maybe 2030 or 32 time. So why is like very very specific these two areas is because, or maybe like this year is because, right, from my understanding, HDB, there's a new so-called HDB there that's being sold for 700 plus from the government itself.
Oh, the BTOs.
Yeah,
That's BTOs.
700 plus K. So I just based on today's market, right, where you can sell at, Yishun also 1.4 million.
Yeah.
If you take it as 1.4 million, right, the cash they have on hand can easily buy into something 2.5 or close to 3 million already. Yeah. So if let's say they buy something 2.5 million, they can probably even, they can pay off their loan for about 2.5 years. Plus minus should be around there. I need to work out the sum. Yeah, but just a very vague calculation, I think is there. So the exit strategy for this place, right, I think is definitely going to be.
Actually, you're right, because Lentor is very close to Ang Mo Kio, and it's a very popular estate. So meaning when the BTO they get, let's say 700 you're saying, right?
Yes.
They will possibly be targeting about 1.2, 1.3.
I'm looking at
kind
1.3, 1.4.
Yeah, I
Very
mean
likely
they will be like, I mean given today's prices
Yeah,
already hit a certain level. So
Correct.
these people when they upgrade further, they would have made that 500-600K kind of
Yeah.
margin, which will help in their, let's say, next down payment towards like 2.4 kind of property, the price which you may look to exit, right? Yeah.
But if you want to sell high, bro, you cannot put into the HDB website.
Oh,
They will take away. So if we are looking at
Must
high
be
price,
within
right?
10%.
I'm just joking. Okay. So you must hire an agent. So you don't know. Okay.
Hey, don't go off topic.
Okay,
Go off topic. Go back.
Go back.
Okay, so you were saying where are we talking about?
He's talking about the
To
time to exit.
Yes.
the
Okay.
timeline. To
Yeah,
exit.
and aside from the upgrader side, right, I think because it's surrounded by the landed,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So terrace nowadays, entry level, Singwi will know lah.
Yes.
They have been searching for a client for some time. Yeah, so 4 to 5 million standard terrace, semi it will be a 6 to 7 kind of range around the area. I'm
Yeah.
not pulling from Bukit Timah or East Coast, right?
Yeah.
So if these people, if they make a certain amount of money, they come out, they want to have a few millions in their pocket, right? They
Downsize.
wouldn't mind in the same area, much newer, don't do much renos, 2 plus 3 million.
to right size their lifestyle
It
lah.
won't be so-called
Yeah.
a very big impact to their lifestyle.
Correct,
right?
correct. They're still very familiar with the area, and yet they still can enjoy
You get something
everything.
new, the
Get
facilities
some
are
newer,
maintained.
younger. They don't have to maintain the 3-story terraces or whatever. So yeah, that's another area. That's another timeline lah. Okay, I personally feel that the time for exits, basically is for especially investors, right? They want to see the money. After that, they want to exit. So having said that, the advantage of this Lentor area with so many plots and so many units, almost TOP at almost the same time. Okay, so first of all, there will be the first transaction, right, of sales, resale at that time. So then the next one will just step on top of each other lah. So then the price can escalate, right? So that is when you can exit if you want to.
Meaning,
Yeah, just like our HDB prices right now. From the first 1.02 million announced in the newspaper, next one 1.25,
Quietly
1.025, then slowly now become 1.5, correct? So they just step on top of each other in terms of pricing wise, right? So the same thing can happen over there.
so having more developments in this case would be more beneficial to set the precedence of the
Precisely,
prices.
precisely.
Right? In this sense, because sometimes maybe like a smaller development like 300, 400, it takes a bit more time for the medium-sized developments for the price to
Correct.
climb up, right?
Correct.
So-
So I personally feel if let's say that would happen, by then you can see these kind of things happening. At the same time with the BTOs maturing at the around the same time. Okay, so it adds on to the pool of buyers, right? So that can actually escalate the price lah.
I see.
Yeah. So buy now.
Yeah, so I have heard all of you all share already. Only is talking about the entry, buying in at a very good price. Then Han Long is sharing about the time, how long to hold, and when is the sweet spot to exit to get the maximum gain. And Ace has talked about the transaction volume to appreciate the price. But who are we going to sell to? So for myself, I'm very clear in this development. What is the exit strategy that we have? We have a very mature Ang Mo Kio estate where the HDB upgraders are looking at improving their lifestyle. So HDBs there in the resale market over 1 million when they were to exit with them clearing off their part of their loan, they have easily $500 to $600 for equity.
$1,000.
$500 to
To
$600,000 as equity
我在想买什么？
for their next home purchase, and they will be naturally looking at 3-bedroom and above for upgraders.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
So
of the
with
size,
that 600,000
assured in a way.
as a down payment, I think they can comfortably get into Lentor Estate already. And also we have another group over Canberra, Yishun, who aspire to move nearer towards
Correct.
amenities, CBD.
Yes.
So that is another group where you also have that upgraders and buyers with dreams to move in. But where else can they buy? So I thought Lentor itself will satisfy these two group of buyer and upgrader in the exit strategy.
Correct. But another thing to add on, don't forget our population white paper, 6.9 million target. Right now, our population in Singapore is 5.9, so we have up to 2030 to reach the 6.9. So how many people will be coming in? So this is another group that is potentially can be the buyers.
They need to work harder at night to boost the population.
Of course, of course.
New
Young people
Singaporean
must do
lah.
that.
Unless
Young people
we-
must do that.
Unless we go shortcut lah, bro. For this one, we go and look for another topic. This one, those people want to go shortcut one. Okay, you all can look for me.
Yeah, I will find you later, Han Long.
Yeah,
Look out for the shortcut.
Look out for the shortcut, man.
Yep.
Okay, let's touch on the next question. Okay, what do you think? Okay, of the upcoming launches?
Both.
Chuan Park.
Or Chuan.
Chuan Park, because that one is relatively near, I would say.
Yes.
Northeastern side lah.
Yeah,
Ah.
northeastern side.
Still
So how
within
do
the
y'all feel?
vicinity lah.
Yeah. Will it like affect the price? You know, wow, Lentor suddenly become lower price, nobody buy Lentor. Or how do you all feel about this? Mick, you want to go with it first?
Okay. Personally, I feel Chuan Park will be quite popular because Serangoon, the area hasn't have a new launch in some number of years. I feel whether it will dampen Lentor's mood, I actually don't think so, because the price point I believe will be quite different. Maybe a expensive 2-bedder on a Chuan could be a 3-bedder entry into a Lentor already. So it really depends on the needs and wants. I mean, ultimately, Chuan Park, they en bloc at 890 million, but the construction cost is definitely going to be higher because it's not a government land sale, right? So they will need to demolish and build with an MRT nearby. So I don't think it will be as straightforward as it seems.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think it will affect Lentor. In fact, if you ask me, it might actually Lentor will actually have a surge of buyers who come in because they are waiting for Chuan and then they realise, oh, actually maybe Lentor is better, okay, then they go there. Or they realise down there I can get a 3, down here is only a 2. Then they look at it, then they will go towards there.
At the most recent launch over Lentor Mansion, we do have buyers who are really sitting and waiting to see that next development, that's Chuan Park.
Yeah.
So after the launch, then they will make their decision which is more suitable for them.
Which basically the other developers, current developers at the Lentor itself are also watching. I'm sure they are watching, right? So they'll be getting some tips, some info, you know, that kind of thing. And who knows, they may time their price, you know, to increase their price when it happens.
I think they will lah, because once they realise, down here is selling so much, I feel that I'm selling much cheaper. I mean, it has happened before.
Correct.
Then they will start to increase very, very, very quickly.
Yes.
So sometimes if we have, let's say, someone who's really looking to buy, it could be I mean, you already can do the calculations already.
Yeah.
How much roughly?
So when
you
is a
sell?
good time to buy?
That one is another question that we can talk a bit more on. But if you ask me, there's never the good time to do it is now and today if you're ready.
Exactly.
There's always an opportunity
Because the
there.
best time is always yesterday.
Correct.
Yeah.
And whenever you're ready, that's a good time.
Correct. Today's highest price is tomorrow's low price, basically.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So if let's say you're ready, do it today. Don't wait. Because why? When you wait, price can escalate, can increase. Developer can do that anytime.
Okay, I mean, but of course, with a pinch of salt, if you are ready to go into it, you can look into it. There's opportunities in every cycle of the market, right? Definitely one.
Yeah.
Right. But if you wait on it too long and you don't act on it, I think the feeling of regret is much more worse. It's worse lah.
Definitely.
Right? And to say,
Definitely.
because a lot of people have come up and say, wow, I should have known who buy this and buy that. I should buy this with that person and that, you know.
At that point of
At
time.
that point in time, but
yeah.
now they say, everything now feels so expensive. But
It's
then they're
over already,
comparing the past,
Yes.
right? So it's you have to act now lah.
Correct.
Right?
Precisely. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
So-
I add on to this point out here. I feel that right, for buyers out there looking for property to buy, what's the best time to buy is always now. Okay, because why? Tomorrow, okay, I'm going to be like 1 day older. Okay, age is also another thing, very critical point.
Yes.
If let's say today, for example, okay, as of today I'm 39, okay, but what about 10 years later? I'm like 49 already. Are you sure that the bank is going to give me so much loan? Probably not. Yeah, then next thing also, if you want to enjoy life, right, enjoy when you're young lah. When you're old already, maybe by then my legs spoil or whatever, how to enjoy? I'll be like thinking of retirement already ma. Am I right to say
They need
that?
MRT.
MRT is a very important point to me, okay? Because as of now, probably a bit fat lah. So walk everywhere also a bit chuan. So I want everything to be as near as possible. But next time in the Singapore, I believe that things will be very, very different. So Chuan Park itself, right, is a project that I think is very, very exciting. Okay, but not forgetting that through my experience, because I also do a bit of landed here and there, I know that to develop near MRT, right, you have to keep doing soil tests. So this is what increment of cost.
Yes.
So if you tell me say that, hey, I buy Chuan Park better, it's cheaper, I seriously don't think so. But it's what value do you want at that moment, that's all.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think ultimately it's still the matter of your own affordability. Okay, make the best decision, wise decision. You can always compare, but time and tide waits for no one. Alright, so you miss this cycle already. Your pay may not climb as fast as the price of the property. Alright, so if you can do it, then do it today.
So it's always buy when you're ready, buy when you find something that you really like, and most importantly, my personal take is, regardless of loan and age and so on, we know that it is always easier to buy yesterday
Yeah.
and more difficult as years come by, because government can tweak the policy anytime.
Yes.
So you might choose to wait, but you don't know what is the next policy that is coming up that can really impact your purchase.
Precisely.
So whenever you're ready and you find something that you like, maybe that's the time to make that move.
Yes.
Actually, coming back to Lentor lah, okay, I feel that it could be an interesting time to enter. I use the word interesting because now when there's more plots, they will not like put up the premium price because they know they have to compete with each other.
Yes.
In fact, as more come on, we can just continue to monitor. The price is about same as they are. It's still possible to enter at the current launches or even the new one because they're going to be priced about the same price, and only in future, then when they all come up, when the cost of living and the more new launches come out, then the price they will all jump together. But now because it's still very competitive, right? So they don't dare to price too expensive.
So
right?
that's the advantage of having few plots, launching at the same time, around the same timing. So that is the biggest advantage to all the buyers, basically.
So something to take note, right? I think this is something that recently I talked to one of the clients that they feel this pricing is expensive today, but they don't know why the pricing is at this price. So last time developer, right, their earnings is about close to 70%. You know about it? Before 2015 time, close to 70%.
Okay, tell us which developer.
There's many big developer have this kind of game, but today developer, right, max 30. The percentage have switched already, changed.
Yes.
So we might think that, hey, wow, they are earning so much from us and everything, but I can tell you today's is not true. They need to price competitive so that they can get the right sales.
Yeah.
So look at a very, very good launch recently is Lentor Mansion. So for Lentor Mansion, 2-bedder starting from
1.13.
1.13, 1.14. Okay, anyway, it's at the 1.1
No, the
range.
2-bed 1 is 1.149.
Okay,
Yeah.
but anyway, okay, I just want to share. If let's say this were to bring to other contexts, do you think with this amount you can buy 2-bedder? I would say close to impossible, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. Do you find the right opportunity to enter?
Yes.
今天的贵是明天的
便宜。
便宜。
Yeah.
Okay, come to our next question. Okay, this one I think making a big hoo-ha in the whole market.
Who?
Okay, make a
Who?
very big
HDB
no HDB again. Okay, now we talk Lentor, we need to go into the private. So does tennis court really make a difference in your project?
I start first or they said.
Okay, hey, you start too many times already. Okay, start. Say me first. Yeah.
I don't play tennis, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter whether tennis court has impact for me when I choose my home. So no, I choose.
Okay.
Yeah. Same likewise. It doesn't affect me. So in fact, I will look for other things. For example, proximity to MRT, the convenience, that kind of thing. That will actually I prefer, right?
Okay.
So tennis court is not my main checklist lah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that part is a no for me.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
How about you, Mick?
You go ahead first. I'll share
Okay,
my viewpoint last.
To me, right, is location. Okay, tennis court really not important to me. Okay, first of all, I do play a bit of tennis. Okay, but it's not like a go-to sports for me.
Good or not?
A bit tree
But, so what happen if you don't have a tennis court but you play tennis?
Okay lor, nothing happen lor. The most okay, if let's say you want to talk about tennis court, right? Okay, definitely not in Lentor area. Why do I say that? We are too near Yio Chu Kang Stadium already. Okay, and you probably, I think in terms of stadium, you have the most tennis court there. So why talk about tennis? Yeah, so to me, it doesn't really make a difference. End of the day, what I want is actually, I'm quite traditional. I look at materials, okay, I look at layout, and I look at location. Okay, for me, I'm also not a really, to be frank lah, okay, I'm not a really school person. So when Lentor Mansion comes up that time, everybody tell me about school. For me, it's like,
No kids ma.
yeah. Okay, probably no kids or whichever lah. But even if let's say, to the point where I think that if I have kids, I'll probably just rent or whichever. I'll do something different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alternative
So
lah.
that's my
But having a school is a plus. You might not need it, but maybe your buyer next time need it. So having more
okay,
more
I don't know
specs
if
then
I
is good
can.
to have ma.
I don't know if this is the right things to say, but it's St. Nicholas, bro. I cannot confirm female.
I know you cannot confirm, but 50% chance is not bad.
Okay.
I will say lah, unless you try some weird
Cool.
ritual, which I also don't know about.
Unless I do it concurrently, which I'm definitely not going to do it lah.
Okay, so let me share my opinion about tennis court. I think traditionally having a tennis court is a hallmark for developments that have good facility space. But in today's context, whether is it important, as so many people don't play tennis lah, that means
Yeah.
0 hit out of 0.5 hit lah out of 4 people lah. So it's always a different consideration. Certain YouTubers might say, oh, where's the tennis court? But because they're referring to a more traditional hallmark where, oh, we got tennis court means you cater more space or facilities. It's a big space, it's not
Yeah.
overcrowded. But there's no wrong or right lah. Some people who play tennis, yes, by all means you need it. Some developments also have pickleball, right? So very interesting spaces. I think badminton court also, one recently. Yeah, so very interesting concepts lah. I would
Right.
say.
Got any project that can park goalie one?
Goalie one.
Park goalie don't need so big space.
Okay lah.
I think that one, the green finger at Lentor, you can park goalie there.
Get away the grass.
Create your own little corner can already lah.
Right, yeah. I think also like squash last time was quite popular, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise
yeah.
when you go to old condos, they remove it and then
They
they put
convert it to something else.
like a gym or
Yeah.
some
Because
meeting room.
underutilization.
Right?
Yes,
So it's
yeah.
always like trends.
Yeah.
But it's not something that you have be fixated about.
Correct.
It should be as well.
Yeah. So actually, someone asked me if let's say you want to play. I say if I want to play, then I go somewhere else lah. You know,
Yio Chu
either
Kang.
my friend's place or now I know about Yio Chu Kang Stadium is available, has the tennis court available. I'll go there, lor. You know, or go to my friend's condo lah. Alright,
Yeah
to
lah.
play lah. Correct.
Next
So
to your
it's
condo
not.
only.
Yeah, it's not a must have kind of. Yeah. Correct.
So it's okay lah.
So bottom line is make friends with everybody in that Lentor area so they can play tennis.
Okay, make use of
Of
all the
course, of
facilities
course.
there.
Yeah.
Right, you want to go to the clubhouse, go to the Lentor Mansion one, sit there, take picture.
Yeah.
Correct.
Then you want to go see the Astonia tree, you go to Lentor
Hill.
Hill, stand on the bridge, then take the picture.
Correct.
Then Hillock got what please?
Hillock, you sure will go there lah, bro.
We have the park what.
Anna, we got Hillock Park what. You don't
Can
know
look
meh?
over to the Hillock Park, so serene, so nice.
Yeah, just opposite the mall, very easy. Rain that time, go there shelter first, right, or something.
Correct.
Ah.
Not scared, not scared.
Hillock is, okay, to me personally, I think a Hillock is nice lah. Yeah, but you have to see it for yourself. It's a very individual taste, I would say. Yeah, but I think that Hillock itself is pretty nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You good?
Any more questions?
Yeah.
No more question for today.
Yeah,
That's
we have
it.
finished our questions today. So if you want us to be back on the 4th episode, please vote for us. Thank you.
Right.
Just podcast.
Put in the comments, like, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Put in the comments what sort of questions you want us to
Pro already.
answer
Yeah.
to you. Alright. So yeah, then we can do
So-
compile and then put into the 4th episode.
Maybe episode 4 will be another cast here, somewhere here. Don't know where.
Yeah, maybe feature some other people lah. Maybe they have other insights also.
Yes, next
Yes.
Never know.
Next
Yeah.
group.
But I don't
Yes.
think it'll be as entertaining as you, no.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you.
everybody. See you.
Bye.
Bye.